A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to some more, well, Facecam Specials Insurgence, the Enlightening venture. And I really gotta say, I've pretty much been slacking off on some of this lately, so hopefully I can pretty much fix that up for you. Right now, we got ourselves some more action revolving around Dreams, which, as you know, was made by Media Molecule, released in early 2020, and it was something that I was able to play an entire year later. And for the most part, I'm still going to stick with my guns and just suggest that this, of all the games that I was able to play in 2021, this one seems to be quite mediocre in a way. I cannot entirely be sure how exactly it's supposed to be quite a conjunction to most other games of the time period, but at the same time, I'm not really going to discriminate by any means. This one still does seem to hold a lot of merits that many others don't. If you can see the little green thing right there, this is basically my avatar, so yeah. Just in case you guys would think that I'm just a lazy cut who's stealing a lot of people's footage, then well, look again, because, well, that's kind of the purpose of having a watermark on you. And thankfully, of course, I am going to be having watermarks on a lot of my videos these days, especially when it comes down to the fact that someday I might face these kind of accusations for real, of course. But I think the main point here that I'm going to want to address sooner or later is just the fact that maybe we're probably going to have to actually get some other stuff put in together, and I feel like that's also going to really allow for a lot of creativity to flow right on in. And with that in mind, that's probably going to allow for plenty of other unique opportunities to take place in a way. But I'm going to basically not try and assume that everything's going to be okay from here on out. With GWK contents, there's been tons of other things that have taken place, and sometimes other plans have been made or cancellations have had to occur, and I feel very uncomfortable saying the word cancel these days, but that's just pretty much what it is. So it does look like I'm on to something new here in the story. Okay, looks like I am. I got this happening. I tell ya, me going in alone at night, pretty late at night actually. It's just getting past 10:20, but yeah, so let's see what we got right here. And okay, I'm just tugging down these ropes, which are pretty much releasing these things off of the top of this coffin looking thing. Alright, so it looks like that worked, and let's see if we can get these things to open it back up. Okay. Or wait, do I? Oh, okay. Now I know, I guess. I just had to actually go onto the coffin door itself and basically open it up from there. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe a lot of other things are guaranteed to happen here. But from what I am able to gather so far, this certainly does not have quite a big story to show. And that probably is one of the main reasons why we're not really going to be seeing a lot take place from this game from here on out. And I can kind of understand that from most perspectives, but the truth is that, especially here in this case, where we have ourselves quite a big portion of our lives come down to quite a few decisions that we might end up having to make, I honestly cannot put it together into some pretty crazy words here, but I mean, of all the games I've ever had to play on PS4, this one, again, it has a bit of a uniqueness that helps it set apart from tons of other things that I've ever done. I mean, the same company that brought us Little Big Planet in 2009, then a sequel in 2011, and then another one in 2014, basically went back down to its roots, in a way. And I'm more than looking forward to, well, at least figuring out what I could possibly find right here. So I'm not entirely sure exactly what else can I potentially, well, I cannot be too sure here. What on earth is happening here? Okay, I got options for dialogue.
A tiny bit of power.
I'll have you know I'm a very important part of the transport system, sir.
Okay, let's go ahead and pick
I
with...
simply must ask you to let me on.
Excuse me? I've won Mustache of the Year 7 years in a row.
Now, why is the conductor all blue?
Wow. Is there any way you could
Is this like trying to be like Interstellar 5555, but on Earth? Yeah, and I know what Smurfs look like. Yeah, I know what they are, but the proportions here are not equal to that of the Smurfs, especially with the nose and ears. Yeah, and for the record, I got the actual audio muted out, have it replaced with royalty-free music, because it looks like we got ourselves a part of the game that involves an actual song taking place. And yeah, here we go. So this is one of those portions of the game where, okay, there are some prizes being tossed out by the conductor while a music video is taking place. So yeah, like I said, I got royalty-free music here, so I'm pretty much, this is one of those parts where the music is probably copyright protected, so that's the reason why, well, you're not going to be hearing anything from the actual audio, so I apologize for that. And yeah, that's pretty much just what it is. Thankfully, of course, this is not very long, so it probably won't be very long before all of this comes to an end. But then again, when you look at all these prizes here that are being tossed out, the prizes, of course, that I'll have to use in the free roam area of the game itself. And this is basically just a big part of the whole, yeah. This entire story segment is basically tossing things out left and right. So, okay, look at that. Let's see here.
Please.
I have no ticket. If I did, I would...
Oh man.
Banjos really do my head in.
Wow, like, oh, that is crazy. I got really good here. No, but you know what though? There's still, well, I've actually already made another Facecam Specials Insurgence, the Enlightening Venture episode of this, basically what continues onward from here. But we're just going to take a quick look here at certain parts of this part of the story real quick. Got one piece of luggage that contains a whoopee cushion, a harmonica. Alright. And a lockbox. So, oh, has something inside.
Should always keep biscuits in your
Oh man. Wow. Yeah, believe it or not, because I've been missing out on a lot of this, I'm probably going to have to marathon through something. So you know what? Expect 3 episodes for today, and maybe another 3 for tomorrow, Sunday, August 22nd. And otherwise, I will say that I'm trying my best to continue on with all this, but it's just been a little difficult most of the time. And I don't really know exactly how or when a lot of this is going to be over, but at some point where I can get more time to work on some of my other things, then hopefully, maybe then I will have a lot more of this up on the channel as soon as possible. Until then though, I will be back with some more of these episodes very soon actually.